We begin tonight with the toddler towed away and left alone in an impound lot. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, there are major questions over how this could have happened.
Here's what we know about the timeline. The car was first seen Thursday, left parked on a neighborhood street in Harper Woods. By Friday afternoon, that vehicle was reported and towed to an impound lot. The toddler was not discovered until Saturday morning, still inside that car after spending the night alone.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley spoke with a family who says the car sat right outside their home and they had no idea a child was inside.
CPS is now involved in this case. At last check, police say that baby is in stable condition and is expected to fully recover after being left in that abandoned vehicle and initially found right on this street.
Awkwardly parked, like half, not half, but a little bit in our driveway to here.
Deborah Ruffin showed me where that car was left right in front of her home Thursday night.
And you can't park on this side of the street. So that caught our attention.
Harper Woods police say 2 days later on Saturday, a 13-month-old child was found in that same vehicle at an East Point tow lot. Ruffin says she and her family shudder at the thought the child endured the elements alone just steps from their front door. What ran through your mind when you found out there was a 1-year-old baby in that car?
I was speechless. I had to calm down. I was driving when I got the information, had to pull over and catch my breath. But the temperature was going up and down. That was the thing that ran across my mind was that poor infant, that poor baby.
Ruffin says her husband reported the vehicle to Harper Woods police Friday, still parked on Damon Street near I-94. Officers had it impounded that afternoon. About 3 hours before that, Detroit police say the child's mother arrived at the 9th precinct on the city's east side, reporting her baby was missing. A DPD detective.
So she didn't realize he was missing before?
Have reached out to Harper Woods and learned the vehicle belonging to the child's father had been towed and suspected the child might be in it. Police say Detroit detectives and Harper Woods officers went to the impound lot Saturday and found the crying toddler in the rear of the vehicle. The child's father is now in custody.
Somebody needs to pay for that.
Oh, yeah.
That was an immoral act.
All of this has left many residents like Kaylee Hightower unsettled.
Me and my cousins were talking about it yesterday because we were like, how can somebody forget a baby in a car? Who wasn't looking for the baby?
He didn't forget. He abandoned the baby.
Ruffin says while she did spot a child's car seat inside, she never saw a toddler. Harper Woods police say the car was locked at the time of the tow and unable to be thoroughly inventoried. Again, the father of that 1-year-old baby is in police custody. They are working to hand that case over to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office for a charging decision which could be coming soon. In Harper Woods, I'm Randy Wembley.
How would you feel? Think about that, y'all. How would you feel if you called the tow truck company, which normal people would, if they've been sitting there? I don't even think I would go and look at the car. I would see a car parked outside my house for a couple of days, call the tow people, get them to come out and get it. But how would you feel learning that there was a child in there, and then what if he would have died? Oh, that would have broke me. That would have truly broke me. Now let's go over to this next video, just get them a little bit more information.
New details in the case of a 1-year-old who was found in a car at an impound lot over the weekend.
Harper Woods police say a man is now in custody. CBS News Detroit's Veronica Ortega has more on the owner of the car and reaction from neighbors.
On Saturday afternoon, the Detroit Police Department reaches out to the Harper Woods police for a missing child's case.
Man, I think it's crazy because I got kids. That's kind of irresponsible, but, you know, it's a crazy world we live in now.
What? DPD learns that a car belonging to the child's father is towed from Damon Street in Harper Woods for being abandoned.
It's a child, it's a 1-year-old. You know, you don't just forget that in the car. That's serious. It definitely seems intentional.
The car is parked on the prohibited side of the street and blocks a resident's driveway.
According to a press release from the Harper Woods Police Department, the car had been found locked on this street, and allegedly the tow driver couldn't do a thorough inventory before it was towed to the impound lot.
The car is taken here to the Woods Towing and Services lot in East Point. I reached out to the business for more information, but a man over the phone told me no comment.
I don't remember seeing a car, but they will take a car and tow it over here if it's obviously, faced the wrong way.
Together, DPD and Harper Woods officers head to the lot and find the crying 1-year-old child in the back of the vehicle. The child is then taken to a local hospital for treatment. Child Protective Services has opened an investigation.
My question is, okay, the toddler said not the toddler, but the tow truck driver said he couldn't fully inventory the vehicle because it was locked. So was there no signs that there was a toddler in there at all? Is it like, was he under the blanket? I would like to know exactly what the tow truck driver saw, or did he even take a look? Because sometimes, we got to be honest, they just gonna pull up and they see that's the car they got to tow. They don't even look in the car. They might try to open the door, but they gonna hook it up and drive away, not even think about it. Crazy.
I don't want to make any crazy statements, but kind of make you want to be a little bit more vigilant about what's going on.
I reached out to both police departments to ask more questions about this case. Both declined an on-camera interview request. No charges have been filed yet, but we will continue to update you as more information becomes available.
So we go over to the next video where we got to see what the father looks like and hear what his kind of charges he's gonna have. Let's get over into it.
Turning now to a father accused of making a grave mistake, and it could have cost his young son his life.
This is head-scratching for sure. We first told you about a toddler who was left alone.
Grave mistake? I don't know if you can consider that a mistake, but
In a vehicle that police did not know about, which was later towed. Well, today, that father appearing in court facing child abuse charges. This as questions mount over why Harper Woods police did not search the vehicle before ordering it to be towed away.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley spoke to a veteran in law enforcement who says that officer dropped the ball.
Orlando Linson Jr. charged with second-degree child abuse. He's accused of leaving his 13-month-old son in an illegally parked vehicle in Harper Woods last Thursday night, a car that was impounded to this East Point tow lot the next day. In court, investigators pushed for a high cash bond.
Mr. Linson Jr. has 10 active warrants for his arrest, and he does not have a residence at this time. So if he does bond out, I'm concerned that he may be in a win and we have no way to find out where he may be.
Davon Darby, Linson's court-appointed attorney, says her client made a mistake.
Mr. Linson is employed at the Little Caesars Arena as a security guard. He also is a father of 5, and he realizes that this was just a bad decision made in a split second.
Police are not saying what Linson was doing when he allegedly left his son alone in the car. Investigators say the toddler was inside the vehicle from Thursday night to Saturday afternoon, when Detroit and Harper Woods cops discovered the crying boy pinned between a car seat and a passenger door at the tow lot. Earlier that day, the child's mother went
Hold on. Thursday night to Saturday afternoon? And you're saying that's a mistake? Sometimes it feels like these public defenders, for some of these crazy criminals, think we're stupid. Come on now. I don't care what the reason is. There's no way you forget your kid for a few days. You're a toddler?
the DPD's 9th precinct to report him missing. A detective learned Harper Woods police had impounded her boyfriend's vehicle and suspected the toddler might be inside.
That detective did an outstanding job by locating the car, considering it wasn't yet registered to the suspect in this case.
Harper Woods Police Chief Jason Hammerly says the officer who impounded the vehicle did a visual inspection but did not see the child inside. And because the car was locked, it was not, quote, thoroughly inventoried. I asked if officers had lockout tools to check inside.
We do not possess those type of tools. I'm satisfied that our officer followed our policy in that incident. We cannot enter or damage locked vehicles. And he did a visual inspection from the outside, and I'm satisfied with that.
Retired Detroit Assistant Police Chief Steve Dolan believes Harper Woods should have done more.
They couldn't get into it right away. From what I've seen in the past, all tow yards have a Slim Jim or some way to get in the cars. Now, granted, the car wasn't flagged. The officer who impounded it thought, okay, it's an impound, no big deal. In this case, it was.
Again, Child Protective Services is now involved in this case. As for Linson, he remains locked up on a $100,000 bond. He is due back in court March 11th. In Harper Woods, I'm Randy Wembley, 7
Crazy situation, y'all. Now, do y'all think that the officer, because it seems like it was the officer who did the inspection and then he called the tow truck. So do you think the officer dropped the ball? He said he did a visual inspection. I'm not sure what he's seen. But imagine if it was just a bunch of blankets on the ground and the kid was under the blankets, not moving. Should he have tried to go into the car? It's against policy, but it's a crazy situation, y'all. Let's go over into the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information and we can see what actual charges and go through his actual charges that he'll get. So as we know, in a miracle discovery on Saturday, February 28th, 2026, a 13-month-old boy was found alive after spending nearly 2 days trapped inside of an impounded car at a tow yard in Michigan. So the child's father, Orlander, allegedly abandoned the vehicle on the street in Harper Woods on Thursday night, February 26th. I wonder why he abandoned the vehicle. They didn't explain that. They just said he's not guilty and he made a mistake. Why? Let's keep going. So on Friday afternoon, the Harper Woods police had the car towed because it was improperly parked and blocking a driveway. Officers performed a visual inspection from outside but did not see the child. Because the car was locked, a full inventory was not conducted at the time. On Saturday morning, the child's mother reported him missing to the Detroit Police Department. Okay, so that was like 2 days later. So 2 days later, the child's mother reports him missing. Did she assume that he was with the father? And then did the father reach out and say she doesn't know why? There's a whole lot. Why did it take 2 days to know that the child was missing? But let's keep going. So a Detroit detective tracked the father's vehicle to the Woods Towing and Service. Officers found the toddler crying in the rear of the car, pinned between the car seat and the passenger door. There's some awful people in this world. The toddler was taken to a hospital for a medical examination and was listed in stable condition as of March 2nd. He has since been placed in the care of Child Protective Services. I mean, it makes sense to me. You can't. I wouldn't give him right back to the mother. There's a lot of questions that have to be answered. Yeah, he has to be. I mean, he has to be taken care of by CPS until more questions are answered. So, Orlander was arrested and charged with second-degree child abuse and leaving a child in a vehicle resulting in physical harm. He pleaded not guilty and is being held on $100,000 bond. His next court appearance is for probable cause conference is on March 11th, 2026. So what's the difference between first degree and second degree murder, second degree child abuse? Because I'm not 100% sure what the difference is. So in Michigan, the primary difference between first degree and second degree child abuse lies in the intent of the accused and whether the harm was caused by deliberate action or reckless acts or omission. Okay. So if it was intent, if there was an intent to cause him harm, like he did it on purpose. But then they got to prove the intent. That's the hard part, is proving the intent. So I understand why they did second degree, because it's easier to get away with that. So, absolute crazy situation. So in the case of the toddler found in the impound car, the father was charged with second degree child abuse, likely because the harm resulted from an omission, abandoning the car, or a reckless act rather than a premeditated attempt to cause serious injury. I still want to know why he abandoned the car in the first place. I would like to know why the mother waited 2 days to file a missing person report, or did she assume that he was with the father? This is a crazy situation, y'all. But how much time? How much time is he expected to get? Probably not a lot. I already know it's not going to be a lot. So the defendant faces several years in prison if convicted of the charges in Michigan. So a second-degree child abuse as a first-time offender, he faces a maximum of 10 years in prison. If he has prior child abuse convictions, this maximum increases to 20 years, leaving a child in a vehicle. The specific felony also carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison and a fine of up to $5,000. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. Let me know if you agree with that amount of time. It says a maximum of 10, so he probably might get a year if he is convicted on it. But I'm not sure. There's a lot of questions we have to answer. Why did the mother not know where he was? That is my main question. And then why he abandoned the car. Some people shouldn't be parents. I can't see any way where you just forget your child for 2 days. What you mean you forgot him for 2 days? It's a crazy situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said.